this video, I wanted to do an addendum to my Pictory tutorial. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a playlist called Faceless YouTube for Introverts, a step-by-step guide on how to build a faceless YouTube channel. And in this playlist, I have a video that talks about creating videos with a software called Pictory. So if you haven't watched this video, then the addendum is not going to make as much sense. So I suggest that you watch this video, or even better, watch this entire playlist up to this point before you watch this addendum. Okay, and so once you've done that, then this is going to make a lot more sense, because I have discovered some ways to make the video better. And if you're a perfectionist, or if you are creating a video for maybe an important project and you really want it to be accurate and you're particular about getting the details right, then this video is for you. So the first thing I wanted to mention that I started doing is I started making sure with as many sentences as possible that each scene contains a complete thought or phrase. Now, it's not always going to be the case, because at the end of the sentence, sometimes I will have something that is not really a complete thought. But for the most part, if you have each scene with a complete thought in your storyboard, then if you need to replace a video clip, it just makes it a lot easier, because you can make it relevant to that thought. So like, for example, if you have a video clip that's too long and it's starting over again and you don't want that, and you want to come in here and you want to change out a scene before the video clip repeats, and you click on that scene, if it is a complete thought, then it's a lot easier to replace that video, because it simply will make better sense. If that makes sense, you want it to be relevant to what you're talking about. Okay, so that's the first thing. It will just make it easier. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that you see these dots right here, like in scene 3, there's a dot in the beginning. And then if you scroll down, you'll see another dot at the beginning of scene 9 and one in the middle right here. Well, in my first 30 or 40 videos, I left those dots there. And the reason I did that was because I thought that if I removed the dot, that it was going to mess up my audio to script timing, because I knew that that represented pauses. And I said, well, if I take that out, then it's going to throw the timing out of whack. But I now realize that that's not true. You can take those dots out and you can still get the timing exact. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So the way to do that is you go over here to audio and you find the recorded script audio, and you just click on adjust right here. And so I'm going to purposely mess this script up so I can show you how to fix it. All right, now I'm going to play the script for you messed up, and then I'm going to fix it, and then I'm going to play it again fixed, okay? If you're an introvert and the thought of being on camera feels uncomfortable, I want you to know that you can still build an audience online without showing your face. Okay, so if you notice, this scene right here, I said, and the thought of being on camera, but then the words feel uncomfortable were spoken here on this scene, and that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. The words feel uncomfortable were supposed to be on this scene. So the way to fix that is you just hold the mouse over the divider between the two scenes and then drag the scene over to include the rest of the sentence. And now I'm going to play it for you again, and you're going to see the difference. If you're an introvert and the thought of being on camera feels uncomfortable, I want you to know that you can still build an audience online without showing your face. So, as you can see, I corrected the timing. And so you can go through slide by slide and make sure the timing is right, or you can just listen to the video. And then when you notice something that's not right, you can go to that scene, click on adjust, and you can fix that scene. And then once you fix all of the scenes to where the timing is right, then all you have to do is click apply right here. And it'll take a couple of seconds, not very long, and it will adjust it. And then the video is going to show up here and it will be corrected. But one thing I've noticed is if I click on generate video immediately, sometimes it won't always fix the timing. But if I come over here and refresh the page after I've done that and then generate the video, then it will correct the timing. And as I talked about in the original video, before I generate the video, I make sure that I have my transitions right. I make sure that I have my branding right. And I make sure that I've added the music and that the music volume is adjusted correctly. Okay, so if you don't know how to do that, be sure and go back and watch that other tutorial, and I show you how to do that there. But I also wanted to point out that Pictory does even more things that I don't use. So for example, you can add avatars in here, and you can, over here at the audio, you can choose voices to go with those avatars if you want to. And Pictory also has their own music that you can choose if you want to. Now, whether or not YouTube will accept this music, I can't promise you that. If it doesn't, you can always use YouTube's music instead. But I did want you to know that they do have music on here, and they have a very large selection of music. They have a very large selection of avatar voices that come from 11 Labs. So that's a really important thing that can really help. And it's also important to know that the video clips come from a brand called Storyblocks, which is a paid subscription, and that's included in Pictory as well, which gives you a large variety of really high quality video clips. You can also add text on here if you want to, additional text. You can also add elements. You can add emojis. You can add GIFs. You can add stickers and things like that that can make it better. And then depending on the template that you use, apparently you can choose color palettes as well. But I don't do that because I have my own branding colors in here that I use. But I just wanted you to know about these things because they will just help you to make a better video. One more thing that I almost forgot is just like you can upload your own voice recordings and your own music if you want to, you can also upload your own video clips. And so I just added quite a few video clips in here that I put when I'm talking about something specific. So, like for example, this clip right here, I said for a faceless YouTube channel or online business. And so I did a video clip of my own faceless YouTube channel and online business. And then down here, I did like a slideshow of some titles and thumbnails. Okay, so anyway, I have lots and lots of clips. So, like whenever I'm talking about pop social media, I have clips of them that I put in here. Whenever I'm talking about legacy builders, I have clips of that. When I'm talking about Matt Parr's YouTube program, I have clips of that. I have some clips of myself in here, and I have clips of my communities. I have clips of school because I talk a lot about school, and I have clips of just YouTube and my YouTube channels. So I just wanted to show you that because you can do a lot of cool things by adding your own clips in here. And as a matter of fact, I recommend that because not only does it make your video unique and original, but it helps you to be able to illustrate whenever you are promoting a specific program or software or service. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you, and I will see you in the next one.